Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Real quick, I had a quick thought. You go through things in your personal life, and the Lord just, ultimately gives you inspiration, and ultimately the comforter that we have is the words. Okay, that's the comforter. Okay. And as more than likely you've heard the one that was calling himself the Comforter. I believe his name is Tazadakia. Okay, he was under the title of a God-sent Comforter. Has basically the Lord has judged us as and now he's in his right mind. He's in the spiritual world, and he's in full understanding. Who he is and what he is in the grand scheme of things. Okay. So the words, I was, not to get sidetracked, but the words that are written, they are spirit, they are truth, they are the way, they are Yahushai, okay? And they were given to us, to comfort us, the understanding, of the scriptures. Matter of fact, let me go to that. We can start with that, and then we can come back to, actually, I want to get in this because I want to go into the word. We can come back to Matthew's Revelation 1 and 3. It says, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And exactly, we are living in the days of prophecy, man. The days that the Lord, has spoken about. Okay, and Scripture says blessed. So Marquillos, blessed or happy. Okay, so now we are in a position where we are rejoicing. Now, granted, there's a lot of things that we have to, we still have to go through. It isn't over yet. When it's over, when you know that you are part of that number, okay, that's been covered with the blood of the Lamb, which Yahushai, okay, which is his true name is Yahushai. That's who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay, the time that we're going to be exceedingly, glad and filled with joy, and just I guess words couldn't even be able to speak, what we're going to feel, until we actually get the experience is when we're on the chariots. Okay, so that's when we're going to be, in our extremely rejoicing, and that this shit is over, ultimately. Okay, and blessed if he that readeth. So it goes in, it says to distinguish between, to recognize, to know accurately. Okay, to acknowledge. And what do we know? What can we discern or distinguish between? Okay, what do we recognize? Okay, what we recognize is the prophecies that are written, the words that are written within these scriptures. Okay, and the understanding them ultimately, man. Knowing and the times that we're in, and by knowing the times that we're in, we can be comfortable, okay, in a certain sense. We're comfort, okay, in the spirit, okay, not like the rest of the mass amount of people, because at when you really look at it, because I was watching the elder. The elder Yashawamba, he made a beautiful point, because these people, people are losing it, man. He brought up he had a point of, suicide hotlines are through the roof. They're saying that in certain states, I believe it was like in Chicago, and there's another other state, that they don't even have enough volunteers to be able to, to handle the wave of calls that are coming in. Okay, because the people are, their eyes are failing them, man. They don't want to. Ultimately, they can't deal with the reality that they're in, because they don't have any answers. Okay, because they don't have any vision. Okay, and that's the scripture. I wanted to get, and you got the same scripture. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Okay, and when you go into that word vision, it's another word for that is prophecy. Okay, with a they don't understand, they don't understand the words that are written. They don't have any hope. Okay, when you go into vision, then the vision means prophecy, and of course, the spirit of prophecy is Yahweh Shai. So when you're dealing with prophecy, you're dealing with future events. You're dealing with events that haven't come yet. Okay, so throughout, when man, that's the majority. That's over half of the battle right there, man. Okay, we are the ones that the Lord has put His Spirit upon. Okay, hey, blessed is that man, because we can see afar off. Okay, which at this point in time is not extremely far. Okay, it's not far at all. Excuse me. Okay, everything is happening with the Lord, man. From the pestilence, from the uproar. Hey, listen, the uproars of the people. That's coming next. Earthquakes in diverse places. Wars and rumors of wars. Okay, I mean, of course, these are the beginning of sorrows, as it was mentioned, or the Lord stated that. But we understand that we're pressing closer and closer into that mark. Okay, so let me go back into Matthew's. Like I said, I wanted to make a point. So blessed are we, because we understand, man, the Lord is about to reveal Himself shortly, man. As this society breaks down and continues to break down. All right, we just the scripture says, man, look up, your salvation is nearer than you believe. What is that? I think it's in Romans. Yeah, it's high time to wake out of sleep. So back in Matthew's, I believe it was Matthew's 19. Yeah, Matthew's. Yep. Because like I said, I was inspired because I was thinking about, my life, man, is and certain things that you have to give up, because that's, let me go Salakia, but I want to get that as well, because you have to give those things up. Like, you have to sacrifice, man. You have to sacrifice everything pretty much, man, or whatever's necessary, whatever the Lord requires you to sacrifice. Okay, and it's a reason why, because you have to prove. It's one of those things of proving yourself, and showing the Lord what's more important. Okay, the things that He's giving you, or Him. You understand? Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies, okay, of the Most High. Okay, by the mercies, because ultimately we know, okay, hey, we've all fallen short, man. Okay, we've all fallen short, and with this period we are in, which we have fastly coming to an end, is a grace period. Okay, there's the Lord, man. The grace, or another word for grace, is favor that the Lord has shown us. Because hey, listen, we can be judged as well, man. Okay, we can be judged. I mean, we're not outside of judgment. The scriptures tell you that He's going to begin at the house, begin at the ones that understand and know who they are. Okay, and ultimately still fall short to shame, because we know we're not perfect. We know we're in in this corruptible flesh. Paul spoke about it. In many different in a couple different of his epistles. Okay. But it says that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, okay, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service, man. Okay, so this is our reasonable service, to sacrifice our time. Okay, and that's ultimately what it's not speaking about, going to kill yourself, but sacrificing your time and your energy and giving it to the Lord, giving it unto the ministry. Okay, doing exactly what Yahweh Shai did. We're supposed to be, if we're looking to be heirs with Him, I mean, we got to suffer and go through the same things He went through, man. Okay, we gotta put off. We gotta, as much as it hurts, brothers who got, you got your children, your wife, or certain jobs, certain certain things that wanted to do, and now, I mean, clearly is showing you, the Lord is showing you that we chose right, because this ship was going. I mean, it was going to shut down anyway, man. All right, but still, at the end, you're still going to, I mean, hey, listen, you're still going to feel these things. You're still going to have to, deal with the physical part of things, because we are in the flesh, like I said. So these thoughts are gonna, pop up in your mind. Whether it be your children, whether it be, whatever it may be, whatever may your personal thing that you're going through, that the Lord is putting you through, that you had to put off, whether it be family, whether it be whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Lord requires us to sacrifice that for Him, but for good reason. And that's why I'm gonna finish off in this. I'm gonna finish off in Matthew's the 19th chapter, because the Lord is fitting to give us that much more, man. He's fitting to, hey, listen, we're about to be for our light affliction, okay? For the light affliction, we're about to receive something that's not even compared to that. That's, roughly paraphrasing, you know. I have not seen nor entered into the heart of man what the Lord has prepared for them that He love. Okay? And these are the things that we're banking on, because everything else that the Lord has said has come to pass. So why not this? Okay? So we're looking to inherit life, man, perfection, okay, sovereignty, power, all right? We're looking to get our everything back times 100. And that's why I'm going to remember. Let me get this. This is Matthew 19 and 27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. And what shall we have therefore? Okay. It says, And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, it says that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in his throne of glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? And everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my sake, shall receive it 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Or the Lord has promised us everything that we have forsaken, okay? The things that were ultimately torn from us. It naturally happens when the Spirit of the Lord, now granted every situation is different, but every when the Spirit, hits you, man, when the Lord, starts dealing with you, He's going to slowly but surely start peeling all of those things from you, man. The things that you were solely invested in, and how He does it. He does it in increments, but at the same time, He does it to see how you're going to act, man. And are you willing to sacrifice? That's what this thing is about, man. Okay, you go back into the Levitical priesthood. When they went in, to sacrifice, first they put up a sacrifice from themselves, but for the nation of Israel, for their sins. Okay, so it's likewise to right now. Even though the law of sacrifice was done away with, because Yahushua was the last sacrifice that was made. Okay, the last blood that was shed, for the remission of sins. Okay, but as being servants, okay, as being, he said, as being friends. I'm gonna say that because he said, I call, because we know we know the plan. Okay, we know what He's coming to do. All right, we understand His word. Okay, so He's called us friends. Lord's will, we be a part of that number. But with all of that, with the sacrifice that was made, the Lord is going to stand on His word. He's going to give us. We talking about houses. Man, the Lord's, what did He say, man? In my Father's house are many mansions, man. That's speaking about the cosmos, man. Okay? That's speaking about uncharted territory. Okay? And we are about to get to inherit all of those things, man. Okay? Children, a small one, a little one should be 1,000, a small one shall become a nation, roughly paraphrasing. Okay? We're about listen. We got to bring the rest of the nation back now, don't we? So we're gonna have many children, man. Many children. Okay. What else? Wives. For the brothers, man. For brothers that which the bulk of us had to, put away. Our wife is as much as it hurt. As much as much turmoil and much, chaos as it brought. Much pain as it brought. For both parties. Like, we had to do it because we had to sacrifice it. You had to sacrifice it, man. But the Lord is going to reward you 100-fold. Okay? We're going to have many wives in the kingdom, man. Okay? And everybody's going to be in order. The jealousy thing, all that shit is going to be done with, man. All right? It's going to be perfection. All right? What is it? And then it goes down to say, many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So who first in this world? Starting with the 1%, of Edom, Esau, because right now the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You understand? So the ones, these banking families, the ones that have acquired, all this wealth, okay, by going throughout the earth, raping, robbing, and pillaging, okay, snatching and taking up all the the earth's natural resources, okay, and what's the word, man? And hoarding it all to themselves, man. Okay, those ones that are sitting on these pedestals that are first, okay, don't want for anything, they're going to be last. Okay, the Lord is bringing, and that's when you go to Sirach 10th chapter. It's a translation of powers that the Lord is doing, man. All right, but in order to obtain that, the Lord would have seen who was worthy for it. What are you willing to sacrifice for it? Okay. And he's been trying us, man. And like I said, the Lord's will, brothers continue to endure, and go through what they're going through, man. Up until the end. And we're at the end. We're at the end of this thing, man. We just got to ride it out, man. And the kingdom, it's literally the kingdom of heaven is on the horizon, man. Yahweh Shai is on the horizon. Okay. So we're fitting to be first, man. We're fitting to be first. Okay. And you can bank on that, just like, that's Isaiah 55 and 11, okay? Galatians, 6, 6 and 7, okay? What is that? First Peter's, I think it's First or Second Peter's, the 3rd chapter. The Most High is not mocked, as Isaiah 55, as His word, goes down, like the rain to fall from the heavens or from the clouds. So shall his worth go forth, and it's not going to return unto him void. Okay? That which would a man, sow if he shall reap. Man, we've sowed right on spiritual things, man. Okay, so we're going to reap the spiritual things. And what's the spirit? John 6:63, the words I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life. Okay? So that we're about to reap the benefits, man, of serving the Lord, of sacrificing for the Lord. And all throughout prophecy, it states that, man. Go to Isaiah 60 and 61st chapter. It tells you what the kingdom is going to be, okay? Micah 4, it tells you, man. All right? It tells you what we're about to come into, the glory that the Lord is about to give us, the new bodies that we're about to receive. We're about to be adopted back unto the Father. So the Lord is going to give on top of all of the physical and carnal things that we're about to receive, that nobody it can't compare to, even because you got to think about what these heathen have received, man. Okay, you go over there to fucking Dubai, man. You see even the peons, okay. They're living a life, man. There's people out here that are really, really living. Well, not at this moment because they got shit on lock, okay, and things are coming to an end. But they have lived deliciously, man, while we have suffered. The sons of the Most High, the princes of God, Yasharallah, has suffered, man. Rightfully, of course, because we sin. We definitely deserve what we got. But ultimately, after we out of punishment, what do you think the Lord is going to do for us, man? So that's the point, man. Man, it fucking sucks, man. It hurts, but we got the vision. Okay? We got the vision, so we're not going to fail. We got the understanding of these prophecies, man, and we're going to be all right. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.